The reason everyone is talking about avoidance is this. All over YouTube, all over social media, everyone is talking about avoidance. They seem to be so popular. It's all over your algorithm. It's on your For You page. It's you probably have an avoidant or two in your life. So what is this? Why are avoidants getting all of the attention? Real quick, I want to read an excerpt from Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power. This is Law 16. Use absence to increase honor and respect. Okay, so everything in the world depends on absence and presence. A strong presence will draw power and attention to you. You shine more brightly than those around you. But a point is inevitably reached where too much presence creates the opposite effect. The more you are seen and heard from, the more your value degrades. You become a habit. No matter how hard you try to be different, subtly, without your knowing why, people respect you less and less. At the right moment, you must learn to withdraw yourself before they unconsciously push you away. It's a game of hide and seek. It sounds really familiar if you've ever been caught up in an anxious avoidant cycle. Let's continue one more. The truth of this law can most easily be appreciated in matters of love and seduction. In the beginning stages of an affair, the lover's absence stimulates your imagination, forming a sort of aura around him or her. But this aura fades when you know too much, when your imagination no longer has room to roam. The loved one becomes a person like anyone else, a person whose presence is taken for granted. You know, the sad part about human nature is that we tend to place more value on things that are out of reach. Okay, and avoidants tend to be out of reach. You can never be sure of what their intention is. It's different for every relationship. But whatever their intention is for pulling away, for ignoring you, etc., this is the effect it has on you. Okay, as someone who may the effect that this law, this is the effect that it has on you as someone who may have been involved with an avoidant. Okay, you are placing value on someone who has withdrawn their affection, withdrawn their attention, because they have become rare from your perspective, and their absence has increased honor and the honor and respect that you have for the avoidant. And you know, that's fine. Okay, I get what this law is saying. It can be used in a healthy way. Yes, use your absence to increase honor and respect. Know when to step away. I get that. But, okay, but when the avoidant makes you so anxious, or maybe you have an anxious attachment style, and their absence, they're ignoring you, they're ghosting, etc., if it goes on long enough, it becomes this toxic cycle, and that honor and respect now turns into anxiety and obsession. And that's the effect that it has on anxious attachers. That's when it becomes unhealthy. So, this is the reason everyone is talking about avoidance, because you probably had an avoidant in your life, okay, in your own life. You started doing research on YouTube and TikTok, and you find that other people are dealing with avoidance, and then collectively you try to understand the avoidant, try to solve this puzzle, try to solve the mystery behind their disappearance. And look, this is a game. Okay, Robert Greene says it himself right here. This is a game. It's a game of hide and seek. Okay, this is grown adults, grown men and women whom are insecure, and they play these games because they are unsure of themselves. They are unsure of what they want in life. And they're unwilling to do the inner work and hold themselves accountable. Okay? And yes, listen. Yes, the avoidant is playing games. Okay? They're insecure, they're unsure. But also, you got to look at your own contribution. Okay? Because an emotionally immature person is always going to point the finger. That's the easy thing to do. They point the finger and blame everything on the avoidant. Oh, well, they're the avoidant. They're a narcissist. They have no empathy. They're a horrible person. Look back and what was your role in this, okay? Because look, when you look back and you really self-reflect, maybe you were too pressuring at times. Maybe you were too much, okay? Maybe you were moving too quick. Maybe you did have emotional baggage that pushed them away, okay? So don't put all of the blame on the avoidant. Don't put all of the blame on yourself either. Sometimes, often, there is no one to blame. It was just poor timing and you two weren't ready for each other. So there's no judgment. Just reflect on yourself, okay? And see where you can do better. Because someone who is emotionally matured doesn't play these games, okay? They value what they have when they have it. They don't just talk about empathy. They show empathy consistently. They know the balance between healthy communication and stepping back and honoring space. And an emotionally matured person is direct. They are not passive. They don't sweep things under the rug or pretend like things didn't happen. No, they are direct. They take ownership. They take ownership of their values and their flaws and their mistakes and their shortcomings. And when you reach that level of emotional maturity, okay, you'll understand that you won't have to play these games of hide and seek. Okay, whether you're anxious or avoidant, you won't have to chase or avoid. Rather, you can be direct, be intentional, and this is a superpower in life, okay? Being able to hold independence and empathy at the same time. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope I brought some good into your life today. If so, please like and subscribe. Please share your thoughts and your stories in the comments. Let's get the discussion going. If you have any questions, please share them in the comments. If you think this video might help somebody, please share it with them. And until next time, you take care. I'll see you in the next video.